Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Today I'm going to be reading part 6 about the book about Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. This part is called The Pledge, a leader of men. So let's begin. Even as a boy, Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was concerned about his fellow men. One day, a trader from Yemen had his goods stolen by a group of wicked Meccans. The trader called out for help, but no one came forth. So the trader wrote a poem that made fun of the Meccans' bad behavior and recited it out loud in public for all to hear. When Zubair, one of Muhammad's uncles, heard this poem, he felt ashamed. Zubair radiallahu anhu called the city elders to a meeting, and an organization was formed to protect the oppressed people of Mecca. This included foreign visitors as well as the people who had always lived there. Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam became an enthusiastic member of the group called Hilf al-Fudul, who pledged themselves to be courteous and considerate towards others, especially those weaker than themselves. Many years later, Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam still kept his promise to Hilf al-Fudul, saying, "I am not prepared to break my promise, even against a herd of camels. If somebody should appeal to me even today, by virtue of that pledge, I would hurry to his help." The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam's sense of justice, his prompt understanding of problems, and his real interest in his fellow men combined to make him a leader. He could always be relied upon to judge fairly, and was more and more sought out to help settle disputes. His fame got a mighty boost by an incident that took place when Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was not more than 35 years old. This incident was that the Kaaba was caught on fire and burned to the ground. All the tribes of Mecca took part in repairing it and building it up again. But when it was time to put back the sacred black stone, which was first laid by Prophet Ibrahim a.s., there was a crisis. Each of the 4 leading families of Mecca claimed that they alone should have the honor. Finally, it was agreed that the first man to enter the courtyard of the Kaaba would settle this issue. That man was Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. It seemed like a problem which could not be solved. But Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam had a simple idea that saved the honor of everyone concerned. He spread out a white sheet on the ground and placed the secret stone at its center. Then he instructed the elders of each clan to lift the corner of the sheet and carried the stone to its sides. Then Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the peacemaker, fixed the stone in its place with his own 2 hands. Strength of character. There was an old Meccan woman who hated the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Every morning when he passed by her house, she would empty a basket of rubbish on his head from the upper story of her house. He never grumbled or said anything to her. One day she was ill and in bed. When he passed that way, surprised that no rubbish had been emptied on his head, he thought, "She must be ill," and ran upstairs to inquire how she was. The woman was very frightened. She thought that he had come to quarrel with her. When he said that he had come to inquire after her health, she had begun to cry. What a good man you are, she sobbed. I'll treat you and you inquire after my health. Teach me of your religion. Teach me of your way of life. The Black Stone. At the eastern corner of the Kaaba, about 5 feet above the ground, there is an oval black stone of about 18 centimeters in diameter fixed in the wall. This stone was originally set there by the Prophet Ibrahim a.s. to mark the spot of which to begin the tawaf of the Kaaba. Now this is the only relic of the original building. Well, this is it for part 6. Come back for part 7 next time. Thanks for watching.